Ladies and gentlemen, please, can I have your attention? Thanks for clicking the dreaded D. Rose report. Hey, got a lot of interesting news here. Xavier Woods, he's going to be facing Rusev on this Friday's SmackDown, and keeping with the theme of USA and Russia, we're going to have to get Hacksaw in there, I guess. Anyway, Woods is going to be dressed in red, white, and blue, similar to, remember old Consequences Creed? Yep, that was him over in TNA. Similar to it. Alright, noted before that MVP suffered a knee injury in May 30th's Preston City Wrestling event in the UK, and until he gets the MRI results back, it's kind of not unknown, or it's not known whether he's going to be able to face TNA World Heavyweight Champion Eric Young at Slammiversary this weekend. But MVP appeared at the May 31st event that he was booked at overseas and cut a promo as general manager only, and apologized to fans that he could not compete. Probably why he left WWE. Anyway, MVP was quiet about the injury on Twitter, though, and a TNA has not acknowledged anything yet. But Chris Masters was on the same tour as MVP and posted a photo of MVP in a wheelchair on June 2nd. Maybe he shouldn't have done that. And it's possible TNA already knows the update on his condition and will insert something in tonight's Impact Wrestling the broadcast. But TNA once again faced major decision with a match due to taping so many weeks ahead. They're like at one point they're a month ahead, so you never know what's going to happen, a month off. But maybe they do. WWE World Heavyweight Champion Daniel Bryan was backstage at Raw in Indianapolis this week, and rehabilitation on his arm is reportedly going slower than anticipated. That's not good. One person close to Daniel Bryan said that not only is he not making gains, but he's actually losing some strength in his arm while doing rehab. Bryan's condition was a hot topic on, amongst everybody and higher ups at Raw, because they really don't know what to do for the next pay-per-view. It's said that the angle between Seth Rollins turning on the Shield at Raw was officially decided upon on Sunday afternoon, right before the Payback pay-per-view. The angle apparently was Vince's decision because they had low ratings on the Raw the week before. So I don't understand how the Raw rating goes up when you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, if we knew something strange and there was a big build-up to it, he would have more viewers. But because this happened, how does that change the viewership after the fact? The show's over. If they had reruns, it would be a higher rerun to see what happened. I don't understand that. So anyway, because if you had let's say Undertaker going to be on tomorrow night's show, you advertise it ahead of time, and then you'll have more ratings. Anyway, it's said that, by the way, Undertaker has been was asked if he's coming back for WrestleMania 31 after the brutal match at WrestleMania 30 and other injuries that he's had. And he said in the last week or two that it's not looking good. Taker's been back in the gym, though, working out, though. WWE's had multiple developmental deals offered to Scott Hall's son, Cody Hall. And Cody has turned down a lot of the offers, saying he wants to make a name for himself on the indie market. And we've heard more than once that Hall is seriously wanting to learn and make a name for himself on the indie market and internationally before joining WWE, because experience is great. Because when you get in the ring, you don't want to sit there and say, well, let me see, I want to do this. Bam, that thing needs to come to you immediately. And just do it. And as noted before, Mickie James and TNA star Magnus currently expecting their first child together. TNA noted on Twitter that she's 6 months and counting. With WWE's NXT TakeOver, the specials come and gone. There's still no statistically any evidence that NXT on the WWE network is taking any kind of viewership away from TNA on Impact Wrestling. It's worth noting that you can go on to social media on any Thursday and see that many fans are talking about the picking NXT over TNA as they go head to head. But so far TNA really hadn't lost any viewership. It's always been just like what it is. And noted for Brock Lesnar and Daniel Bryan, of course, for the World Heavyweight title, not penciled in for SummerSlam, but there's one idea going where Lesnar could win the title at SummerSlam, only to see Money in the Bank winner Cesaro cash it in and take the title from Lesnar. But man, Lesnar's going to be awful hard to beat. Obviously, everything is up in the air with Daniel Bryan's status and Money in the Bank and everything on June 29th. The word is this week that Bryan versus Lesnar is indeed one of the long-term plans right now for a SummerSlam main event. So hopefully he gets his strength, back and can come back maybe at least 99%. Lesnar versus Cesaro feud will be a part of the Cesaro babyface turn. Would probably take place after Bryan's match at SummerSlam. And regarding Sting's status at WWE, word coming out of this week's deal that WWE offered him ultimately ended up being similar to a standard $10,000 Legends contract without any other guarantees. Talks between the two sides were going very smoothly and said that they are still in negotiation. Ric Flair finally went to Pittsburgh, believe it or not, on June 2nd for his medical testing, and if he passes, Flair is expected to return WWE TV as a regular TV character, not a wrestler. Things, of course, he could always get in there and, arm drop his coat like he normally does, but things moving slowly when it comes to returning to WWE's Tough Enough. Filming was supposed to begin the first week in July at the Performance Center down in Orlando, but word is that could change. Key talent that WWE officials wanted to use on the show are not locked in, and timing is becoming an issue with it. Happy birthday to former ECW WWE star Mike Novabuki, 42 years old. Former ECW television champion Glenn Osborne, 43. Also, this would have been the birthday of one-time AEWA World Champion Dr. Big Bill Miller, 87 years old. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.